Hi guys and welcome to prediction week 25, and we start with the lunchtime kickoff tomorrow, which is Leicester versus Chelsea. I think this is going to be quite a tough test for both teams. I think both teams are going to test each other, and it's going to be quite a good game actually. So I'm going to go for a tight, tough draw in this game. I'm going to go Leicester 1, Chelsea 1. On to the 3 o'clock kickoffs, we have Newcastle versus Norwich. Again, this could be quite a tight, tough test for both teams. But it is at Newcastle, so I'm going to go for Newcastle to nick it. I'm going to go Newcastle 2, Norwich 1. We then have Crystal Palace versus Sheffield United. Obviously, we spoke about Crystal Palace and Sheffield United, previously on this show. How Crystal Palace on the day they could beat anybody, and on another day they're really poor. Sheffield United's done better at home than they have away, but again, I think they could give Crystal Palace a good run for their money into the game. Again, I'm going to go for a tight, tough draw in this game. I'm going to go Crystal Palace 1, Sheffield United 1. We then have West Ham versus Brighton. Again, both West Ham and Brighton are a bit of hit and miss. West Ham's been doing really well under David Moyes. Brighton's gone down the pecking order a little bit, but I think it's going to be one of these kind of games where I think as I said, it's quite tight in midfield. It's going to be tough. Both teams are going to be tough to break down. So again, I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go West Ham 1, Brighton 1. We then have Bournemouth versus Aston Villa. That is a relegation battle, if you like. Both teams in need of 3 points, really. And again, so for this game, I'm going to go for a tight draw as well. I don't think Aston Villa are good enough to beat Bournemouth, and I don't think Bournemouth are going to be good enough to beat Aston Villa, even though they are at home. So again, for that game, I'm going to go Bournemouth 1, Aston Villa 1. Congratulations, Aston Villa, to get into the Carabao Cup final. I think it's going to be played on the 1st of March. But in terms of this game, I think it's going to be a draw. We then have Watford versus Everton. Again, Watford getting some good results. Everton, again, they're a bit of a hit and miss team. It is at Watford, so I'm going to go for Watford to nick it. I'm going to go Watford 2, Everton 1. We then have the champions Liverpool versus Southampton. Again, I think Southampton might have a little bit of a good go against Liverpool, but I think in the end, Liverpool are going to be far too strong for them. So I'm going to go Liverpool 3, Southampton 1. At 5:30, we have Manchester United versus Wolves. Again, I think that Wolves will give a tough test to Manchester United, and I was umming and ahhing about this result. Because Manchester United did play more or less a full squad against Manchester City on Wednesday in the Carabao Cup. But I still think at Old Trafford, I think that Manchester United will nick it. I'm going to go Manchester United 2, Wolves 1. On to Sunday's kickoffs, we have Burnley versus Arsenal. As I said, I've been very impressed with Arsenal under Arteta recently. He's kind of brought, I wouldn't say he's brought the famous Arsenal back, but he's kind of brought in, never say die to the final whistle goes attitude at Arsenal, which is what we've been looking for a long time. We're seeing games out as well, like we saw the Bournemouth game out. We had a bit of a tough test against Leeds, but we saw that one out as well. And then obviously the Chelsea, going 1-0 down, we fought back and got 1-1. And then obviously 2-1 down with 10 men as well. Let's not forget, 2-2. So he's kind of brought back, never say die attitude, which is what we've been looking for quite a while. Burnley will be a tough team, but I'm going to go for Burnley 0, Arsenal 1. And then at 4:30, we've got Tottenham versus Manchester City. Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to go for a tight, tough draw in this game as well. Sorry, not a tight, tough draw. I'm going to go for Manchester City to win. I'm going to go Tottenham 1, Manchester City 2. So that's my predictions for this weekend, guys, and I'll see you 2 weeks' time. I think it's FA Cup next week. So until then, thank you for watching, guys.